Action Bowls South Africa, the Inolution for Lawn Bowls. Where to start? There is a beginning, a middle, and an end for most stories. Not this one. Well, not in the traditional storytelling sense anyway. Action Bowls already has a beginning, starting way back when in history. The middle is that our sport hasn't had a massive revolution like cricket or netball did, and we haven't yet reached the end. So this is where the Action Bowl story starts. The innovation and revolution of lawn bowls. An inolution. At the start of the pandemic last year, who would have guessed that it would go on for as long as it has, that people would talk about a new normal and then go ahead and live it? Who would have guessed that the way of doing business would change forever and that the ways of reaching potential customers would change so much and that people would begin to live online? Because that is our reality. In 2020, trends indicated that more people would adopt the online life. Shopping of all kinds would happen, digital payments becoming more widespread, and that technology would inch us further and further in providing social interaction, companionship, and entertainment. In 2021, the attitude toward playing and watching sport has steadily been changing, transforming, but none of this is new, and now it's here. Action Bowls is more than just a sport to play. It represents a unique mindset geared towards non-traditionalism, competitiveness, and convenience. The new balance in time and life economy, post-lockdown. During lockdown, we were forced to adapt to a new way of living that made us take a step back and realize what really matters to us, and what brings us joy might not be the same as before. Nights out with friends, for example, turned into nights in with family. Money saved from entertainment outings was reinvested in refurbishing our homes. And last but not least, enthusiasm about that daily outdoor exercise slot became about a quick hit to maintain health and life balance. This doesn't mean that the things we used to enjoy are dead, but our relationship with them and what we enjoy about them is changing. Lawn bowls is one of those sports who is seeing this happen. Like business has had to recalibrate business models, Action Bowls is how we have recalibrated lawn bowls to adapt to the new normal. The new urban mentality that has developed means that brands should be thinking local. Consumers' shifting interest combined with remote working opportunities signal a sustained change in the amount of time we are spending in our local areas. Where consumers would previously drive, they now prefer a short walk or a cycle. According to the global report written by GWI, 42% of regular public transport users looking to a future where they walk to work has given proximity a whole new meaning. The demand for local solutions will reach an all-time high, with major grocery chains already jumping on the bandwagon. Let's look at Checkers 60, for example. But the implications stretch beyond just retail and physical presence. Marketing will be a challenge, and the need for locally tailored messaging will grow in importance. Let's look at the international brand Budweiser that was very quick to get in on the act with its Detroit campaign aimed at helping the brand reach its hyper local groups in 2021. If this campaign is successful, others are sure to follow, and the granularity could go even further, marketing to neighborhoods, not just cities. Our cities aren't dead, but they are changing. Your next customer may literally be around the corner or watching the Action Bowls Best of the Best challenge. By the end of this decade, most global consumers are expected to be older than 60. Though the global population is aging and people are having fewer babies, the power and influence of older groups in the marketplace seems to have been largely lost on some marketers. As Gen Z has taken the pedestal from under millennials' feet as the newest enigma for the modern marketer, Gen X and baby boomers have been left on the side of the field. Exact age definitions for the generations may vary to some extent, but what matters is the lived experiences these groups have in common and the subsequent shared consciousness which unites their beliefs and habits. Old and young stereotypes are becoming old-fashioned. Let's face it, younger generations attract attention because they break the status quo in society, demanding innovation in products and resetting of long-held expectations. But in terms of digital behavior, the generation defining year 2020 has been much more impactful for Gen X and Boomers as compared to their younger counterparts. Very little of their online lives has been left untouched by the pandemic, to the extent where distinctions between young and old, from a digital standpoint, have taken a big step toward becoming less relevant. As lockdown restrictions come into effect, it didn't take long for the younger group spikes to settle down. In fact, for older groups, their engagement continued to grow, and as lockdowns began to ease, these older groups continued doing much more than just browsing Facebook, Amazon, and Netflix. These shifts represent a step change in how the internet fulfills the basic needs of older consumers and how much they'll be relying on the internet in the future. Never before in history have consumers cared as much about what their brands are doing to help as they do now. Since the start of the pandemic, a number of large businesses have led the way in their practical responses and their moves to cement community ties, with sometimes as much as a six-figure investment. Research shows that small interactions matter just as much. This is where your company can leverage the best of the best challenge to start the evolution for good. Good health, good and safe social interactions, and good family time, all leading to a life balance, seeing people through and beyond this pandemic, with your brand as one of those at the forefront. The Action Bowls SA event, Best of the Best Challenge, is in September on the 17th, 18th and 19th, COVID permitting. We will be streaming on Facebook and YouTube and be using a TV rink to showcase the best of Action Bowls. A highlights package will be put together at the end. As you have no doubt gathered from the information we have given before, we have a blended target market of young urban professionals and established professionals. Our young urban professionals are between the ages of 25 and 45, both men and women, and they are active people with young families, people who feel the need for a dose of action in their lives and are competitive and want the best of everything. They also want to include their social circles, and while they are seeking to be out with friends, they also realize family time is important. On the other side of our target market are the established professionals who are 46 years and over, men and women, active people who've achieved their goals and are now looking for some excitement, for new areas of achievement, something fresh, people who don't feel past their prime and they want newer social circles and hobbies. Everyone is aware that this pandemic has turned into a recession as well. However, previous recessions have shown us the importance of brand building to future prosperity. And that is why from 2022, Action Bowls South Africa is planning to roll out the model across the country and innovationize lawn bowls as the new healthy social option that will help keep life balance between work, home and play, with fast, fun action at the local club down the road. Our aim is to support people to focus on more than the pandemic, bringing back competition, joy, togetherness, and a general sense of well-being. Life after COVID. In this presentation, we have shown you the change that is happening, that our target market covers at least one of your target segments. And now the question is, are you open to discussing the event properties and how we can serve you? Call Michelle on 071 222 0977 or Anselm on 082 823 7335 for more information today.